So, is anybody watching Queendom Puzzle? Like, anybody? Because I'm hearing zero hype over this show. Like, I don't know why Mnet continues with the Queendom Kingdom series, because it seems like it's flopping in Korea, it's also flopping internationally, and who ends up watching them? Me. Because I'm a dumbass, that's why. We're here to talk about Queendom Puzzle, which is such a difficult survival show to explain to people who don't really watch survival shows, or just explain it to people who are just used to your typical Produce 101s and your Girls Planet and your Boys Planet, because it's so much different from them. So in this show, what do you have? You have 28 female idols. Sorry, 27, because one of them was smart enough to drop out early. 27 female idols. They will compete with one another. They'll be ranked based on their performances and also self-evaluated. And then 7 of these girls will be chosen to form a global project girl group like God, what's the name of the group? I forget. Got the Beat. Yeah, Got the Beat. Yeah, like Got the Beat. Speaking of Got the Beat, Taeyeon is actually the host of the show. And one thing that I noticed about the show is that, damn, they really poured money into the sets of the show. Like, oh my god, this is so creative. This is so fun. Like, whoever was the set art director and whatever for Queendom Puzzle, like, give yourself a pat on the back. This is beyond impressive. Like, your skills are being wasted in a show that's gonna flop really badly. Let's be real. Because no one's talking about Queendom Puzzle except for Pandamon, because Pandamon is literally insane. That's why. Anyways, so the first girl to walk into the competition is none other than Kay from Lovelyz. And yeah, Lovelyz, one of my former alt girl groups. Still love Lovelyz to this day, and I still adore Kay, so I'm really excited to see her there. And after that, we get Nana and Wooyeon from Woo-ah. I really like Wa's music. I'm not really familiar with the members. I do know of Nana because she is kind of popular, I would say. So that's why. And then you have Chanmi from AOA, and apparently she now goes by the new name Doha. I still prefer Chanmi. I don't know, Chanmi just has like a star quality to it personally for me, but if that's what makes her happy, then she should go for it, but I still like Chanmi. And then you have Laboon Haein, which she literally got like 0.01 seconds of screen time. Then you have CLC Yeoon, who literally got negative 1 second screen time. Like, I think I saw like one shot of her and then nothing for the rest of the episode. Then you have Ellie of Wacky Meki, who I'm not really a fan of Wacky Meki. I'm not really familiar with the members also. So yeah, the first episode really did not do a good job of introducing me to her. Hopefully I'll get to know her through her performance. And then you had High Keys, Rina, and Huiso, and Rina especially got a decent amount of screen time this episode, and her performance was also aired this episode. Except one thing that I did not realize is that the name of the group is High Key, not H1 Key. I've been pronouncing it H1 Key all this year. Like, I'm a dumbass. I really am. There is no defending me. There is no defending me. And you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm okay being a dumbass, okay? And so far, what I'm getting from the editing portion, at least, is that Mnet really wants you to root for the younger members. Like, I don't know why the younger contestants are definitely portrayed in a much more positive light, that they're so cute, they're so likable, whereas the older contestants are a bit insecure, but they still have their charm to it, like Chanmi and Kay. And then Chaeyeon especially gets the intimidating villain edit. So, if you don't know already, it made news, but Chaeyeon has actually left Queendom Puzzle, but she's still present in the first episode, and she also gives a performance in the first episode. This is like Chaeyeon's 5th survival show. I even made a video talking about Chaeyeon. If you want to check that out, definitely do. But yeah, Chaeyeon definitely plays the villain role throughout this episode, and it's just so entertaining to see Chaeyeon like this, especially knowing that she's really not that type of person. Like, she's really playing a character, and that's like really interesting. And I'm like, you know what, girl, if you want to be the bad guy, be the bad guy. And then after that, you have the Cherry Bullet members introduced. So yes, this is my 2nd survival show with Cherry Bullet. Love that for me as somebody who also ults Cherry Bullet. So you have Bora, Jiwon, and Cherin. Last time in GP99, it was Bora, Jiwon, and May, but instead of May, we have Cherin now, who, by the way, had a cameo in Exo Kitty. By the way, just check out Exo Kitty just for Cherin's cameo. It literally changed my life. No, I'm not exaggerating at all. Definitely check it out. But yeah, also, one thing that I forgot to mention earlier is that each contestant is introduced with a certain keyword. So, like, for example, like, one girl is introduced as, like, an MC host for, like, a music show program, another as a CF for this, or as a good dancer, or something like that. But Bora and Jiwon, and they only get introduced with their acting roles, especially, like, you know, the Love Yourself highlight reels that BTS did like way back in 2017. Like, oh my god, that was a while ago. So yeah, Bora played V's love interest. So it was kind of disappointing that Bora, with that amount of talent and charisma, especially a member of Cherry Bullet, was only introduced as the love interest of V. Like, come on now. Like, don't get me wrong, there's, like, honestly, being introduced as V's love interest, yeah, that's not bad, but it's like, there is so much to Bora than that. Like, did this girl give you nothing in the past 5 years? Because I'm pretty sure she gave you everything, so there is that. After that, you also have Rocket Punch's Yoni, Judy, and Suyeon. And initially, Judy is the one. Okay, I said I wouldn't recap this episode, and here I am recapping this episode. What is wrong with me? I don't know. It's just in my DNA. But yeah, Judy swings in a very funny entrance. Honestly, Judy like did herself a really good job just setting the comedic mood for the episode. So she's really funny, just walking in like that. And apparently, again, from the editing, what I'm noticing that they really want to pit the Cherry Bullet girls with the Rocket Punch girl. Like, you had definitely that kind of rivalry angle going on throughout this episode, and it's kind of becoming evident that only one of them is going to be favored by Mnet and not the other one. And then, of course, you get Shiruma Miru from Produce 48. This is literally a Produce 48 reunion. You have Miru, you have Chaeyeon, you have Judy. So it's insane to see all of these girls in another survival show, especially as somebody who watched Produce 48 back in the day when it was airing live. So that's something. And then Taeyeon walks in like the goddess she is and tells you to vote for your top 7 girls on the Mnet Plus app, except you can vote them only one time per week, which I personally wasn't a fan of. I would like do the Boys Planet, Girls Planet thing where you can vote for your top 7, top 3 or something like that every day. So I feel like that would have been a much more entertaining thing to do, but you can only vote once, and I'm like, okay. And of course, all the girls get separated by different tiers. Like, tier 1 are based, like, it's mainly based on popularity from what I am seeing. Like, tier 1 is the underrated, mistreated, but still a bit successful girls like, you know, Kei, Chanmi, Momoland's Jui, who is also here. And tier 2 are like for the girls who have so much potential and could have been big. And tier 3 are for basically the new girlies. And Cherry Bullet is there. So there's that. Oh, wjsn's Yeorum is also here. Oh my god. That's like alt girl group number 3. Huh. Interesting. And of course, Taeyeon says that there's going to be a battle known as the Up and Down Battle. So each girl, yes, not teams, each girl separate from their actual group has to go up, perform, show their own unique performance, and then all the other girls have to evaluate that girl's performance, and they can either give them a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So it's gonna be like that. So Chanmi is the first one to go, and unfortunately she does fuck up her performance a bit. I will say the performance overall was just very lackluster. Like, Chanmi girl, I'm so sorry, but this was just not your stage. Like, I felt like like she was going for like a girl crush, you know, type of performance, but the outfit like really just clashed with what she was going for, and on top of that, the skirt ripping just did not have the effect it was supposed to do, and it did not even rip. So that was just you know, unfortunate for her, and she did get like a lot of downvotes for them. She got like what, 16 downvotes? Oh my god, that's unfortunate. And then after that, you had Weekly Zoa, it was a fun and cute performance. Not my favorite, but she definitely did way better than what people were expecting. After that, you had this one girl from Triple S. What's her name? Jiwoo? Yeah. Her name is, yeah, I'm asking myself what her name is, because I don't have any assistants, unfortunately. But yeah, her name is Jiwoo. Again, I'm not a big Triple S fan. I do like 1 or 2 of their songs, so I was familiar with the song she was performing. And the performance, I would say the most disappointing aspect of the performance is that her face was covered with the hat for the majority of the performance, and it really just made the performance less engaging for me personally. And I know a lot of the girls in the audience felt the same way. Like, she's a good dancer, she had a good concept behind it, but it just felt flat because she was covering her face with the hat. So there was that. And then you had Jiwon performing, and I was literally hollering during her performance. It was so, oh my god, Jiwon, she gagged me good with her performance. She performed Gotta Go by Chang'a, and she slayed it. She had a solid ass concept. It was definitely like based on Cinderella and all of that, and it was just so cool. Her stage presence, her charisma, her vocals, all of it was there. I think another reason why I'm finding the Queendom Puzzle performances boring is that a lot of them are like lip syncing, and on top of lip syncing, there's just the stage presence is not there, and the dancing is good, but it's like, I don't know, the performances is like, yeah, you guys are good dancer, but it's like the performance is just not showing me your personality or your full potential. Like, no wonder Chaeyeon is downvoting all of you. So there is that. Okay, after that you had Suyeon performing Advice by Taemin, and honestly I am having an aneurysm just explaining why I don't like this performance, because a lot of people like this performance, but for some reason it did not work for me. Like, don't get me wrong, the girl, she can, oh my god, she's really magnetic on stage, and I don't know, it's like her vocals were so high-pitchy that it distracted me from the performance. Like, it just really just grated on my ears, which I know a lot of people have said, well, yeah, the song is really high-key, but it's like, I don't know, man, it just did not resonate with me. Like, I personally did not like it. I mean, if you guys like it, that's perfectly fine. I personally did not like it. I don't think this is particularly Suyeon's fault. It's just me not really liking very high-pitched vocals. So, there's that. Sorry about that. Sorry. Moving on.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
Yeah, after that you had Nana from Woo-Ah performing Move by Taemin, and honestly she's a really good dancer. However, I do think, again, her facial expressions were not there. Of course, I'm not going to say that she had bad stage presence, because I don't think bad stage presence always correlates to facial expressions. Like, I don't know, I got the, the sexy vibes that she was going for, but her facial expressions were just non-existent, so that's why the performance also kind of fell flat for me. Like, it was alright. It wasn't like the standard. It was like just almost meeting the standard from what I'm seeing. And then, of course, you have Chaeyeon. She finally gets to perform, and she does this one Ihori song that I forgot the name of. It's tick tock tick tock tick something's up talk. Yeah. Her dancing is really, really good. Honestly, Chaeyeon is a fantastic performer, and from what I've heard, this could not be true. She only had like a very short amount of time to prep for it, despite the fact she did a really good job performing. However, I think the only issue I have with Chaeyeon is that, again, facial expressions is just non-existent for her. But is she a good dancer? Does she have good, like, yes, obviously. But other than that, she's like, yeah, talented, yes. The best performer, facial expression-wise, not really. That's how I just feel. Like, the girl can dance, but I just wish she would emote a bit more, You have Rina from High Key, and this might be my first unpopular opinion. Her performance was not as bad as people in the show made it out to be. Honestly, I felt like they did Rina so dirty. I felt like she was fun to watch on stage. Like, she did her song Rose Blossom, and she also did Pop by Nayeon. She like did two performances, and of course she had the feathery outfit that just really just pissed people off. I would say not pissed, it just really annoyed people around her. So there was that, like the feathers was just constantly falling off. And honestly, she just did a good job. Like, was the performance flawless? No, but honestly, I preferred her performance over the other performance that did not have any major mistakes, because at least it was fun. At least she had a good amount of stage presence and facial expressions. Like, she was fun to watch. So I don't think she deserved that many downvotes. Like, how many? Like, I don't think she deserved that many downvotes because her voice cracked once. It was just unfair. I don't think she did that bad, okay? I would rather have a memorable performance with maybe that wasn't perfect over a performance that was, like, flawless but just did not have the oomph to it, if you get what I mean. Then you have Jian of Weekly performing, and she performed Pop by Nayeon. So you had two people who performed Pop by Nayeon in the same episode. And honestly, Jihan, oh my gosh, she suits Pop by Nayeon to a T. She did a really good job. I think she did a really good job of what she's capable of, and it was a really good performance. Definitely one of the better ones. Then you had Go Wooyeon performing I Envy You by Taeyeon. Again, like, was the performance the best or one of the better ones? No, but 4 upvotes? Really? But her dancing was good. Like, after that, you had Yerum of wjsn, and yeah, she was fantastic. Like, there's nothing much more interesting to say. She's a great dancer. Again, great facial expressions. Perfect. Really loved it. 24 upvotes. I think that's decent enough for her. So there's that. And after that, you had Bora performing Maisi, and I'm like, oh, finally. She did not get to perform this on GP99 when she should have performed it on GP99 and get into the top 11 like she should have. But she finally got to perform it, and oh my god, I'm not even being biased. as somebody who holds Bora and Cherry Bullet, when I say that this performance was arguably one of the best things ever. Like, the whole performance was like live theater, like a musical type of performance. It definitely gave off like fairy princess vibes, and her vocals, oh my god, her vocals are so heavenly.
Oh, chills, literal chills.
Like, the whole performance was like live theater, like a musical type of performance. It definitely gave off like fairy princess vibes, and her vocals, oh my god, her vocals are so heavenly. And honestly, it's like everybody like who was asleep during the competition just woke up because Bora's voice was that powerful. Like, Bora literally made everybody in the show their bitch with her performance. Like, she did that. That is her impact. That she is here to stay. Like, she's literally the sweetest person in the competition, upvoting everybody's performances. But she is the major threat. Everybody should be taking notes from Bora right there. This is the girl. And holy fuck, her Disney princess-esque voice. Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah, and Bora got the highest number of upvotes with 25. And honestly, the two people who downvoted her, you're lying. I'm telling you, you're lying. Definitely one of the people is Cheon. And that's her strategy, just downvoting everybody, because, yeah. But I'm telling you, the two people who downvoted her, they're lying. They are lying to themselves. But yeah, and then you get the cliffhanger that Kay from Lovelyz is going to perform next. She's going to perform Destiny by Lovelyz, of course, her own group, one of their popular songs that charted really high in Korea. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, that's all happened in Queendom 1. Episode 1, Queendom Puzzle Episode 1. Of course, I don't think I'm going to be doing my typical recapping style for every episode. I think I'm just going to talk about the performances, give my honest opinions. That's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. And please, vote for your top 7 girls, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.